my pranams to all those souls which have left us during this battle of Kargil. Undoubtedly, all of us are very honored, we are privileged because we have somebody else to save our lives. We have very little time to think about the country. We have much less time to think about the safety of the soldiers who are there on the borders. At least on these kind of occasions, we are all given this opportunity by the Jammu Kashmir Study Center and our respected former Vice Chancellor, Professor Tirupati Rao Garu, and a host of guests who are all sitting here, to sit together and think of this great nation. Dear friends, I'm particularly addressing all my college students. Over a period of time, this country, we have understood how to forget our past. If anybody wants to know where is that nation which does not think about its past, which has very little respect for people who sacrifice their lives for the country, I think they should come to India. Ours is the only country where we don't think very highly about our past. Isn't it very unfortunate? It is like saying, I would like to have the mango tree, but I don't like the mango roots. So I want all my trees to be cut off with their roots, but I want fruits. This is the kind of a situation in which we are today in this country. You are all the future torch bearers of this country. I sincerely appeal to you, please be different. Please don't be like dumb cattle, not knowing where to go, what to do. You're all brilliant children. You have got very high scores in various examinations. Please spend some time to read about our country's history. Please don't go by what others say. Very interestingly, those people who wanted a kind of a false narrative to spread in this country, they went about very systematically. They didn't try in a very unclear manner. What they did, they started from our roots. They started poisoning the tree from the roots. So what happens is today, a large number of intellectuals, the so-called intellectuals, they started denigrating our own country. You have got political leaders who talk so lightly about the armed forces. You have got political leaders who don't understand even basics of Indian Constitution. Look at the history of our country. Understand everything very carefully. You have today a democracy which is vibrant with so much of enthusiasm to perform. All of you, as you pass out of the portals of your college, many of you are going to get engaged with young startups. You are creating awareness, you are creating enlightenment in the society. But you should also have a thorough content in you about where you are coming from. If somebody were to ask you, can you please tell few words about your father, about your mother, you should not say, I don't know. Just imagine, if somebody were to ask me, Mr. Subramanyam, can you tell me something about your father, something about your mother? If I were to reply, sorry, I don't know. What is that kind of a state? It is called state of ignorance. That is where we are all today. Number of TV programs we see, when young people are asked something to tell something about Bhagavad Gita, they don't know. Something about August 15th, they don't know. Several of them don't know what is our national anthem. If you put a mic in front of them and make them to sing national anthem, I'm sure it will be a huge embarrassment. Now we are all Indians. We want to carry Indian passport. We don't know anything about our Indian flag. We don't know the sacrifices of our Indian Army, the Indian Navy, Indian Air Force. Where are we going? In this context, Government of India has now brought in the new educational policy to enlarge our canvas, to understand. And I know my own colleagues in the Indian Administrative Service who are like this. They went to IIT, they've gone to IIM, they passed through the UPSC examination. Please tell us few words about Sri Ramayana. Zero. About Mahabharata, big zero. Maybe because these days you have some movies coming about these epics. You may tell something about it from those epics. Otherwise our knowledge is zero. If somebody were to ask me, can you say a few words about Arunachal Pradesh? I don't know. Have you traveled to Assam? No need. Have you been to Pondicherry? Not at all. We are zero about our own country. We have no interest to learn about our country, but we want to become great. How do you measure greatness today? It is in terms of the take-home salary. How much money I earn, I am that much great. Is that a philosophy at all? Please show me one statue made of any person who has earned lot of money in any town, any village. Our society has never shown respect for people who have earned money. Our society has always given respect to people who stood a life of values, who have sacrificed something for the others. We have got people who sacrifice their wealth for the whole society. They have given away everything. That is the kind of society we are representing. That is the kind of a soil from where we are born. So we need to understand the context. We have to fix our goals. We need some objectives like this in life to march on. How long we live, nobody knows. But as long as we live, we must live with clarity in our mind about where are we going to travel to. I had to come to CMR college, I have to take that particular route. I have to put the GIS accordingly and come here. I can't feed Bhadrika College in my cell phone and hope to achieve my journey to CMR college. So please students, you are all our assets. You are our wealth. The wealth of the nation are all the college children today. You are the wealth. If you don't know that, please know that. We have immense faith in your confidence. Look at the kind of people who have laid down their lives and see the kind of cheer on the faces of the families who are left behind. They have no regrets. Generations of soldiers are going back into army. That means they are prepared. They know that their life is just meant for the country. Now if they are prepared to lay down their lives for the country, can we not make our lives nobler by thinking about the country? We don't want to follow rules. We don't want to follow acts. We don't want to drive the vehicle on the right side of the traffic side. We don't want to follow traffic signals. We want to bribe our way into every kind of an employment. Look at the kind of things happening in the society. They're all our brothers, our sisters. So we have to make this country different, because this country has a distinguished past. Please read about our scriptures. There are a number of translations. Don't believe outsiders. The people who have given translations to some of them have deliberately corrupted number of provisions there. I can just give one example. The Manu Shastra, which is often criticized by everybody, the Manusmriti. There's so much of interpolation there. If the original slokas are 1237, the interpolated slokas are more than 1400. So we don't know what is truth. We should not be led by what others say. We must have a sense of pride when we talk about our country. When we look at our soldiers, our chest must grow to its maximum size, because these are the people who are keeping our country in position intact. So on this particular day, it's a glorious opportunity for us to think of the nation. We all maintained 2 minutes of silence to all those 537 people who lay down their lives. But let's also grow with this awareness that we will make this country far more greater. We will become an example for others to follow. We will not adopt shortcut methods for progress in life. Please believe me, students, there is no shortcut in life. I know I can tell you a number of examples of my colleagues who tried to adopt short-term methods, shortcut methods. They're all deeply regretting. They have nothing else but tears. The minute, I can give you an example of a chief engineer who was so corrupt, he thought he's earning all that money for his family. When the Anti-Corruption Bureau raided his place and seized all the wealth, and some TV cameras like this went to the family and put the mic before the children, the daughter very loudly said, "We never wanted my father to become corrupt. I don't know why he did it." So for whom are we becoming corrupt? Ultimately, end of the day, we must keep our head high, think of noble things in life, be helpful to the community. That is the philosophy which this country has given to the whole world. Sarve sujana sukhino bhavantu. Sarve jana sujana bhavantu. Let all the good people prosper. Let all people become good people. That is the kind of a prayer this country has said. Whatever be the ritual you do in your house, we don't say, let the family members of this family be good, let them prosper. No, our prayer is for the entire humanity. So we have such a culture, we are inheritors of such culture. And these are the soldiers who are protecting that culture, standing at the borders. So we all once again pay our homage to them, and we are sure that they would have all got Sadgati after they have left their mortal body. And may God bless the family members of all these soldiers, and may their children prosper and come up well in life. I'm immensely grateful to Professor Tirupati Reddy Garu and all the others who has called me here, Tirupati Rao Garu and others who have called me here today and gave me an opportunity to speak to all the young people. I sincerely wish the very best for you in all your future endeavors. Thank you.